What's going on, anglers? Thomas here, bringing you this week's episode of What's New at Tackle Warehouse. We're chugging along through October. That fall bite is in full swing. Winter isn't too far away. Hopefully you're getting out in the water and enjoying yourself. Those pleasure boaters should be gone, so we should have most of the water to ourselves. I always look forward to that every single year. Well, fortunately, our manufacturers here are hooking us up with some more new stuff to make us more successful this season and the rest of them. So we're gonna jump right in. We're gonna start with a couple of rods. First rod up today is from Jenko Fishing. This is the Jenko Fishing Savant casting rod. Really cool rod here, lightweight despite it being pretty big, and it actually is really versatile. It can handle any baits from 1/2 ounce all the way up to 2 ounces. So something this light, I don't always expect that, so it's kind of nice to see. So that 36-ton blank is gonna provide plenty of strength, but keeps it lightweight, as I mentioned. And then we got some Fuji Alkanite guide trains on here, so you're gonna get accurate casting. And that's what this one's kind of designed for, maximum accuracy. Jenko Fishing actually designed this one with live scope anglers in mind. So if you're staring at your graph a lot and you're looking for a rod that's gonna help you capitalize on that, maximize on picking up those fish you can actually see on your electronics, check out this rod. As we move down here, we have a Fuji ECS carbon reel seat. Again, really lightweight, and it has this double locking feature, which I like. It's just gonna hold your reel on there nice and snug. Once we get towards the back, we have a pretty cool all-weather grip rod. So it has these custom contour lines on there. Again, kind of going with that live scope graph feel theme to it, but it's just really comfortable and it's good for all weather. So whether it's summertime, it's wintertime, you're facing some spring storms, whatever the case may be, you're gonna be able to handle it with a sure grip. So a cool one from Jenko Fishing. All right, and the next rod I got for you guys here is from Shimano. We have the new Shimano Corpo series of rods. I got a casting rod in my hand for you here now. We also have the spinning rods available. So another revamp of the Corpo series of rods. This one's really cool. So they developed this one with the tournament angler in mind. So it starts with a blank that uses their high power X technology. So we actually have carbon wraps in an X pattern all throughout the blank here. So you're still gonna maintain a nice lightweight responsive feel, but it's gonna be super strong. So for that tournament angler that's putting this thing through the paces, you know, every weekend, putting this thing to hard use, this one's gonna stand up for you, be really, really strong. High-end guides on this one, again from Fuji, but this time the tangle-free K guides with Faz-Lite inserts. So if you're using braid, you're using fluoro, mono, copolymer, anything, it's gonna sail through there nice and quiet. You're gonna be able to manage that line very well. Moving back here, while it is a nice, robust, strong rod, we got some good looks to it as well. It's got that nice kind of classic Corpo green highlights, which is fun, cool touch to it. And then the reel seat itself, CI4 Plus reel seat. Lightweight, everyone knows that about the CI4 Plus, but it's also really sensitive, so you're gonna get some extra feel, especially if you're using it for Texas rigs, jig fishing, whatever it may be. If you need that extra sensitivity, that reel seat's gonna get it for you. Behind it, we have the high density EVA foam grips. So nice, again, kind of all weather comfort, whether it's super hot and you got some sweaty hands, whether it's a sudden squall of rain, you know, kind of even a winter time, you're not gonna get a cold feel to it. It's just nice. Those EVA grips are nice. They have a good feel to them, good control. And then we have this nice hook keeper on the back here, and it's the open style. So if you have a Texas rig plastic on there, you're not gonna need to pop it off. It'll hook right on there. So cool new series of rods, again, geared for the tournament angler, but everyone should check those things out. All right, well, let's jump into, we looked at a couple rods. How are we gonna store them? We got a new one from KastKing. KastKing, the V10 spool station rod rack. There's a lot of rod racks on the market, so it's kind of hard to innovate in that industry, and I think KastKing did a great job with this one. So it has kind of this horseshoe shape to it. So that's gonna be able to maximize your storage while minimizing your footprint. If you're like me and you got a ton of rods, this isn't gonna take up all of your wall space with that kind of curved design. You're able to really fit more of them in there. But speaking of putting a lot of rods in there, some of the other, you know, freestanding rod racks or wall-mounted rod racks, they tend to get them right on top of each other. So if you have a bunch of setups, you know, with your reel already on the rod, it can be a challenge to get them to go right next to each other and fit in these rod racks. Well, KastKing kind of came up with a cool solution for that. It comes with these removable and adjustable cups. So you can see in here, it's, you know, hollow cup, of course. So you can maybe put this first one in down. So you'll be able to fit your rod in there all the way down. Next one, you can flip it up. Go in there like that. So you're gonna stagger your rods. You're gonna be able to have more setups on here with the reels already on. It also included this little tackle tray here. You can use it for, I don't know, maybe reel oil, some line snips, line conditioning spray, anything like that. You can just stack it in here. So it's kind of a nice convenient feature for them. Now at the top, the innovation continues. So we have, again, these removable cups up top that are gonna hold the top portion of your rod shaft. But it doesn't end there. So on the back, you're gonna see this bar. Well, this bar can actually open up and it's gonna hold any of your filler spools, leader lines, anything like that, which is great, but it doesn't end there either. You can actually use this thing as a spooling station. They include this little fixture, so you can put this on a couple of different ways. You can start here, so say if you're filling up a casting reel in particular, your line's gonna sit behind it, you send the line right through this guide, and you can spool up your casting reel. If you're doing a spinning reel, you'll actually remove one of these, insert this way, and you'll be able to spool your spinning reel. A little bit more of a steps to it than that, so head over to our website. We have a video kind of detailing how you would spool up either one of those reels. And then also another nice thing about this one here, they include some KastKing elastic bands. So these are actually gonna hold tension on your spool of line. So no more pestering your kid, pestering your wife, your co-angler, your tournament partner. You can actually spool up your reels and your line all by yourself with this nice tension bands that are included in here. So really innovative new system for storing your rods and spooling your reels. Pretty neat. All right, let's jump in and look at some stuff that we can actually fish now. We got a new one from Lunkerhunt. This is the Lunkerhunt Lunker Blade. So blade bait season, not far away. While you can use it year round, those winter months where you get that challenging winter bite, that's where these things really shine. I like these baits, they're pretty versatile. You can fish them in any part of the water column, whether you're burning them back across the surface, steady retrieve, covering some water, or vertically jigging this thing. So that means, if you're punching a hole through the ice and you need something to target those fish, you can do it with these blade baits. If you're trying to target those challenging suspended fish, you can get them at any point in this water column. So they're a nice versatile bait. Well, Lunkerhunt took that idea and kind of capitalized it, adding 3 different attachment points for this included snap. That's gonna allow you to adjust the wobble, whether it's tight, vibrating wobble, or more of a wide shimmy wobble to it. So you're just able to attack those fish with a different look to them, kind of meet their mood. Of course, we have some premium finishes on this one. Got a little bit of a holographic shine to this one and some 3D graphic eyes, so a little layer of realism. We have some lead molding on here to get it weighted in the nose. So that's gonna allow you to cast it a little bit farther, but it's also gonna get it to fall in that nose down position. So your hooks are gonna kind of hang in the correct position as it's going through the water column. And if you're vertically jigging it near or on the bottom, it's gonna hang up a little bit less. So just a cool blade bait that season. Like I said, not too far away as we're transitioning from the fall to that winter bite. That's gonna really help you get a couple more fish in the boat. All right, we're gonna take a look at some terminal options now. First one is gonna be from ZMan. We have the ZMan Texas Eye XL jig heads. If you've used these Texas Eye jig heads in the past, you know they are nice, premium, kind of cool little swinging head bait on here. But now we got an XL version, so if you're looking for something in that 5 to 7 inch swim bait range, this is gonna be what you wanna turn to. And yes, absolutely, I love using these 4 swim baits in freshwater and even in the salt. They come through cover really well, come through kelp, and then come through grass in your freshwater lakes. But these will also accommodate, curly tail worms, paddle tail worms, even some oversized creature baits. So just a unique way to present those. Of course, you have this articulated swinging head up front, so it's gonna really maximize the action of whatever trailer you throw on here. This backside, it is armed with a VMC 5/0 hook. So again, I mentioned, 5 to 7 inch baits, that's where this hook is really gonna shine. That VMC hook is gonna give you, lightning quick penetration, smooth hook sets, but it's also really durable and strong. It's not gonna bend, break, or fail on you as they're coming through cover. Now with that idea continuing up towards the front, we have this nice oversized 3D eye on there to give the fish a nice strike point. And then we have this up-angled line tie. That's gonna do a couple of things. It's gonna keep your bait in that heads up posture, more of a natural look to it, but it's also gonna help it come through grass, brush, other hard covers really exceptionally well, very weedless. So it's a good way to deliver some of your favorite soft plastics into those weedy, grassy areas that you can't get other hooks in there. So that's the new one from ZMan. Got another one from ZMan. We just looked at an XL version, now we're gonna look at an extra small version. We have the ZMan Football Finesse Ned Head. So that Ned Head rig has been really, really popular over the last few years, brought a lot of fish to the boat, both big and small, high numbers, awesome new technique for targeting some of those finicky fish. Well, now you got kind of a different look to it. So they took that idea and put a football head on there. So I know for me, I like using that Ned presentation in some rocky, craggy, bouldery areas. This is just gonna really do a lot better presenting that plastic. You're gonna get that kind of side-to-side deflection as you're working through some rocks, and then you also get that vertical rocking as well when you're working it through. So it's just gonna help tackle those rocky bottoms a little bit better without hanging up as much. I have a 1/0 medium wire hook on the back. So with that medium wire, you're gonna get to use a little bit heavier of a line, maybe a little bit stiffer of a rod, maybe crank that drag down a little bit more. It is still a finesse technique, so use the appropriate gear for that so you're not bending or breaking those hooks, but that medium wire is gonna let you get away with a little bit more power to this one. And they have a welded keeper system on there, so whatever finesse plastic, whether it's a Ned stick bait or little craw bait, whatever finesse plastic you're sticking on there is gonna stay secure, maximize the life of that bait. Pretty neat. All right, now let's take a look at some baits themselves. First one up is gonna be from Jewel. This is the Jewel Baits Versa Craw. So VersaCraw is gonna come from this idea of versatility. When it comes out of the packaging, you're gonna be looking at that. We have, ribbed body here, some appendages coming off the side, and then these arms all connected. It's available in a couple different sizes. But what I like about this one is the maximum versatility. This is kind of designed for the angler that has 40, 50, 60 plus bags of plastic in their boat. It's just cluttered. You're always disorganized going through it, trying to figure out which bait goes with which jig, or which Texas rig I'm sending out there. Jewel Bait's set out to kind of solve that. So it's available in only 3 different colors and only 3 different sizes, but they chose the colors that kind of tend to work in most universal situations. Same with sizing. So like I mentioned, right out of the package, it's gonna come like this, kind of a nice gliding, waving bait. But you can actually separate all these arms and get just a tremendous amount of action. So if your bass are actively feeding and you just need to get them to look at your bait, maybe separate everything and you can get just a lot of action out of it. If you're looking for more of a realistic craw approach, just take out those 2 middle plastics. Now you have kind of just a more traditional craw style bait, little creature craw on there. So nice up front, we have those cupped plastics, so it's gonna still wave and give you some action. You can leave those fronts connected or you can split them out and you're just gonna get even more action. Or take away the outside arms. And now you have more of a beaver style bait. And again, they have a couple different sizes, so if you want to use this one on a shaky head, if you want to throw it on the back of a chatterbait with the larger size plastic, all of that's really going to shine, so you'll get kind of that beaver style. Again, you can leave these connected, you can separate them if you want more action, you can leave these little arms on, you can take those arms off. On the junior or peewee size, you can even use this thing as a little Ned bait, maybe stick it on the back of that ZMan football head that we have here. So just a highly versatile bait with the whole idea of decluttering your boat, getting less plastics in there. You just have a few bags stuffed to the max with these craws and you're gonna be able to cover just about any situation you're faced with. So a cool one from Jewel Baits. All right, now let's take a look at another one I'm really excited about, this time from Spro. We have the new Spro Flappin Frog, size 65. This thing is pretty neat. So you're gonna get kind of like that buzzing frog action out of this one in a hollow body. So you're gonna be able to use this one in heavy cover, of course. It's gonna come through nice and weedlessly. Open water with those buzzing legs. You're gonna be able to straight retrieve it. You can even walk this thing. Got a nice keel on the front. So it's just a really versatile, again, frog that you're gonna be able to use in a lot of different situations. I'm excited to put it through its paces next year when frog fishing comes back around. Now on the underside, it is belly weighted. So you're gonna get that increased casting distance, but I like that they put that weight all the way up to the front. So there is nothing that's gonna impede that hook set. You're gonna maximize your sets on this one. And speaking of that hookup ratio, to arm this frog, they put on there those Gamakatsu 4/0 double frog hooks with the new nano coating. So you can get really quick penetration, miss less fish, which is great. Now there are some other hollow body kind of buzzing frog styles on the back, but this is the first one made with that TPE plastic. It's pretty neat. I mean, this thing is super durable. So if a bass grabs onto this, it's gonna hang on there. It's not gonna get ripped out. The leg's not gonna fall out. You're not gonna be constantly gluing them back into place. It's gonna stay on there for a long time. So I really like that with this frog. I think it's gonna shine in a lot of areas. Again, open water or heavy cover, either way. I think this thing's got a lot of good things going for it. I'm excited to use it next year. All right, now let's take a look at a reel. We got a new one from Garcia. This is the Garcia Jordan Lee casting reel. A lot going on in this one, a lot of features. Make sure you head over to tacklewarehouse.com to check them out or just click the link below. But I'll hit you with some of the highlights right now. So for smooth operation, you're gonna get a 10+1 bearing system. You're also gonna get the Duragear brass gear. So it's gonna be really nice, smooth operation. It's also gonna be really lightweight. You have a one-piece graphite body with graphite side plates. And the reel foot on this one is actually recessed. So you're gonna get a nice, very palmable, low profile look to it. So it's lightweight, feels great in hand, performs really, really smooth. It's got a power disc drag system, so you're gonna be able to turn the fish's head. You know, if something's surging away from you, you're really gonna still be able to get on top of it. And it's got these nice oversized co-injected soft touch knobs. So kind of like the reels or the rods we were talking about earlier with that all-weather performance. Again, whether it's hot summertime, super cold wintertime, it's raining, whatever the case may be, you're gonna have a sure, comfortable grip on these things, and then that nice carbon fiber handle on this one. So just a cool reel, gonna be a nice all-purpose reel, and another great feature, you get all of that stuff all packed into a reel for 105 bucks. That's pretty tough to beat. All right, now one more thing I want to talk about is some apparel. We got fall, we got wintertime coming up. If you're looking for a new rain suit, if you're just looking for some warm weather gear, head on over to tacklewarehouse.com. We got all kinds of stuff. If you're in one of those warmer states, we're in California here, you're still getting away wearing a short sleeve t-shirt, you can rock this one. This is the Aftco Corpo Bass Pocket Short Sleeve t-shirt. So it's got this nice little pocket on the front, some graphics in back, and most importantly, really comfortable, soft, lightweight. You can wear this thing while you're fishing, when you're in the classroom, when you're at work, anything. It's great for everything. So make sure to head over to tacklewarehouse.com and check out the rest of the cool stuff we got from Aftco and all of our wet weather and warm weather gear. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up this week's episode of What's New at Tackle Warehouse. As always, thank you for tuning in. And as always, if you wanna learn more about these products or to shop for them, make sure to click the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, you wanna see more like it, don't forget to subscribe to our page and give us a thumbs up. And as always, let us know in the comments below which one of these items you're most excited to use this year. See y'all next week. Don't forget to follow our page or subscribe to our page actually, and some other stuff, all kinds of stuff, some things. We almost had it. Go! We had it. Make sure, I fucking know what I have to do. If you want to see more videos just like this one, be sure to follow our page. God damn it, I did it again. Subscribe to our channel.